Hi everybody, thank you for joining me, liking me, subscribing to me. Welcome to Meat Smoking Pastor. I want to thank each and every one of you that watches me doing stuff that I just like experimenting on. I'm going to be doing a brisket. It's a good sized brisket. I'm going to trim a little bit of fat off of it. And I have mixed up salt, pepper, garlic, and brisket rub. I mixed them together, and that's what I'm going to be putting on here. When that hits the smoker, I'm going to actually put some Wagyu beef talon, and I'll put a spoonful on, let it melt. Then I'll especially put a couple of them in, a couple tablespoons on when I wrap it up, so then it'll come out real moist. And you're probably thinking, well, why don't you just leave the fat on so that it stays moist? The issue with leaving the fat on is this stuff doesn't go into the meat. So it happens to be evening time here, and I'm going to put it on. I'm leaving it until tomorrow morning, so it will be like 10 hours. 10 hours it's going to be on there, and I'm believing the stuff will soak in a bit, and then I'm going to throw it on the smoker. I'll probably smoke it for 11 and a half hours, something like that, and then I'll reheat it again on Sunday, and I won't take it out of the tin foil or anything. I'll reheat it on Sunday, and we'll take in having a bunch of people over on Sunday to enjoy this. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to take some of this. I love this Victorian knife that I bought while I was in Switzerland. My wife and I were in Switzerland. Love it. It's nice and sharp, as you can see. And as I'm taking, see, it's got quite a bit of fat on here. Yeah. So as I take this off, I'm trying to look for some meat. Oh, there I go. Looking for meat, because I want that spice to adhere to the meat. And I don't mind if I take a little meat with this fat. There, that looks very, very good. So I'll do the same down here. Take some fat off. Trying to look for meat underneath, because I want this spice. There's some meat. Want that spice to be adhering to the meat, because it won't penetrate the fat sitting there. So as I'm taking this off, you can see that it is looking way better, way better. And yep, it is so beautiful here in Alberta. Man, tomorrow it's going to be +2 Celsius, which is, I think that's 34 for all my American friends that watch this. So it's a beautiful day, and I'm going to enjoy it. All right, now that I've got that, I'm just going to stop for a second. You'll see me come back in a second. See you in a second. All right, so I'm going to sprinkle this solution on. Oh yeah. And then I'm going to let it sit for 10 hours. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be juicy. Looking forward to it. Going to flip it over. Do the other side too. Yeah. When I go to cook it, there's a chunk of fat I could cut out. I will do that I'll see you in a second. All right, so I got the second side now, and I'm putting the spice on. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. Got it going down the edges, all over, everywhere. Patting it in. Yeah, patting it in. I don't want to rub it in, I just want to pat it in. Okay, so I'll show you what this is going to look like tomorrow before I put it in the smoker, and I would think it's going to be very amazing. I will see you tomorrow morning. It'll be 10 hours, but for you, it's just going to be a sec.
Well, here it is, a second for you, but it's over 10 hours for me. It is, it just 1 minute before 7 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be a beautiful day today, +2. Can you imagine in January? That's 34 Celsius 34 Fahrenheit for you Americans. Anyways, I've done this brisket. It's looking good. It's waiting to be put on the smoker. I got the smoker winding up. It goes up to like 360 degrees, and then I'll turn it down to 180, and I'm just gonna let it cook at 180, maybe 185. So this Wagyu beef tallow, I said last night talon. Anyways, it's tallow. It's basically lard that's been rendered down, and I will put a teaspoon of it in chunk in. I'll take a teaspoon of it. I'll put it on there. Put it on there. I'll just put it on different places. I've never took and put my spices on for 10 hours. No, not before. I usually put it on and then off to the smoker I go with it. So it's gonna be interesting to see how if it tastes different. I know it's gonna turn out great, but I'll tell you whether it's gonna taste different or not. Anyways, I'll probably come back in a second for you. It'll be about 2 hours for me before I lift the lid and see what it's looking like and put some tallow on this brisket. Okay, thanks. All right, I am, it's been 2 hours and about 10 minutes. I'm gonna put some of this tallow, Wagyu beef tallow on it. I haven't looked at it for over 2 hours, so we'll see what it looks like. It's looking good. Looking good. So I'm just gonna, put some on. Let it melt. Just let it pool around and melt. Wow, is it ever smoking? Okay. I know it'll melt up pretty good, so I'll just leave it like that, let it melt. I'll especially put some in when I go to wrap it. When I wrap it up, it'll It'll melt within the foil and stuff, and it'll make this brisket really moist. All right, talk to you guys soon. Well, it's been a second for you. It is 6.5 hours for me. Let's look at this brisket, see what it's looking like. It's looking good. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. I ended up taking that tallow and melted it in a pot, and then I wiped it down. It's looking nice and moist. The temperature in I still got it set at 185, and the temperature inside that roast is at 105 so far today. Yeah, look at how warm it is here in Canada. Yeah, things are melting. It is crazy, but I understand next week, it's gonna get cold again. Anyways, I will be back in a second for you.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good. So tell us what your name is.
Justice.
Justice. All right. So it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you taste besides the meat? Can you taste any spices or anything like that?
Yeah. And it's juicy.
It's juicy. Oh. Yeah. It's been smoking on the smoker for 21 hours. So, yeah, that's a lot. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Justice.